At 61, Melissa Gilbert finally tells the truth about Melissa Sue Anderson. Melissa Gilbert was born Melissa Ellen Gilbert on May 8, 1964, in the center of the entertainment world, Los Angeles, California, USA. She was born as the daughter of David Darlington and Kathy Wood. At the time she was born, her biological parents were dealing with serious money problems and were unsure if they could give a child the stable life and chances she deserved. Understanding their situation and wanting the best future for their baby girl, they made the painful but loving choice to place Melissa up for adoption. This early decision, made out of care and responsibility, helped shape a life that would later be closely connected to show business. Melissa's adoption happened almost right away when she was taken in by actors Paul Gilbert and his wife Barbara Crane just one day after she was born. Paul Gilbert was an experienced actor who had worked for many years, while Barbara Crane was both an actress and a skilled dancer. Barbara was also the daughter of famous comedy writer Harry Crane, whose work helped create many classic TV moments. Growing up in this kind of home, Melissa was surrounded by creativity from the start, living in a world full of acting, performance, and the pressures of Hollywood life. Her early childhood was shaped by the divorce of her adoptive parents when she was 8 years old, a change that clearly affected her growing years. Barbara later married Harold Abels, but that marriage also ended in divorce. From this second marriage, Melissa gained a half-sister, Sarah Rebecca Abels, born on January 29, 1975, who later took the stage name Sarah Gilbert and built her own successful TV career, especially on Roseanne. Sadly, Melissa's adoptive father, Paul Gilbert, died on February 13, 1976, after having a stroke, leaving young Melissa to face life without him. Even with these personal struggles, she was raised in the Jewish faith, taking part in its traditions and values, even though she was never officially converted. This spiritual background became one part of her deep and varied upbringing. From a very young age, Melissa showed strong talent as a performer. Her natural skills, combined with the influence of her adoptive parents' Hollywood careers, gave her early access to acting and entertainment. She started working in commercials, including an early one for Alpo Dog Food, where she appeared with the famous actor Lauren Green. These jobs not only helped improve her acting, but also taught her about the hard and competitive nature of the business. Melissa's biggest early break came when she was cast as Laura Less, the second oldest daughter of Charles Less, played by Michael Landon, in the NBC series Little House on the Prairie. The casting was extremely competitive, with more than 500 children trying out for the role. In the end, Melissa's charm, hard work, and screen presence won her the part. Interestingly, she found out she got the role from Leslie Landon, Michael Landon's daughter, who went to the same school as Melissa. Her brother, Jonathan Gilbert, also joined the show, playing Willie Olson. Production started in 1973, and the show aired from 1974 to 1983. Over time, the series became a huge cultural favorite loved by people of all ages, and Melissa's role as Laura made her a household name. While Little House on the Prairie stayed the main part of her early career, Melissa also worked in movies and kept building her TV career. She took on important roles in praised productions, like The Miracle Worker, 1979, The Diary of Anne Frank, 1980, Splendor, In the Grass, 1981, and Choices of the Heart, 1983, where she played the humanitarian Jean Donovan. As she got older, she moved into more adult roles, including appearances in Choices, 1986, and A Family of Strangers, 1993. Along with live-action roles, Melissa also did voice work in animated shows, most famously voicing Batgirl in Batman, the animated series during the 1990s. In 1996, she appeared in 3 episodes of Babylon 5 as Anna Sheridan, acting alongside her husband at the time, Bruce Boxleitner. Melissa's career also included tough moments and projects that were less successful. She faced disappointments with shows like Little House, A New Beginning, 1982, Stand By Your Man, 1992, and Sweet Justice, 1994. Even so, she kept going and continued taking on many different kinds of roles. In 2006, she appeared in the TV series Nip Tuck as Chernobyl, a patient going through a sensitive cosmetic procedure, showing she was willing to take on bold and mature material. Along with her screen work, Melissa returned to her Little House roots on stage. Between 2008 and 2009, she played Caroline Ma in the musical version of the show directed by Francesca Zambalou. The musical opened at the Guthrie Theater in Minneapolis and went on a national tour that ended at the Starlight Theater in Kansas City, Missouri in June 2010. This project let her reconnect with fans through live performances and showed her lasting love for the story that shaped much of her life. Melissa also shared her personal and career story in her 2009 autobiography, A Prairie Tale, giving fans a close look at her Hollywood experiences, family life, and growth as both an actress and a person. She kept acting in different projects, including the Christmas Pageant 2011, and expanded into dancing by competing in the 14th season of Dancing with the Stars in 2012, partnered with dancer Maxim Kamerovsky. She gave strong performances but was eliminated on her birthday in the 8th episode. After showing strength and determination, Melissa's goals reached beyond entertainment. On August 10, 2015, she announced she was running for the United States House of Representatives from Michigan's 8th Congressional District in the 2016 election. She later stepped away from the race due to health issues caused by a spinal injury. Along with acting and public work, she also became a producer and director by starting her company, Half Pint Productions, which gave her more creative control and let her support other artists. Melissa Gilbert's personal life has been closely connected to her relationships, especially her marriages, which reflect different stages of her life and growth, both personally and professionally. Her first marriage was to actor Bo Brinkman in 1988. Brinkman, known for his TV and theater work, was an important part of Melissa's life as she moved from child star to adult actress while figuring out who she was. Their marriage faced difficulties, as often happens when both people have busy careers that demand long hours and public attention. After 6 years of marriage, they decided to separate, finishing their divorce in 1994. Although the marriage didn't last, it was an important learning time for Melissa as she figured out what she needed in life and a partner. Her second marriage came soon after when she married Bruce Boxleitner in 1995. Boxleitner, a well-known actor famous for science fiction shows like Babylon 5 and Scarecrow and Mrs. King, shared a strong personal and professional bond with Melissa. Their marriage lasted 16 years, during which they managed blended families, careers, and public attention. Together, they became a very visible Hollywood couple, supporting each other's work and goals. Even with their close bond, the marriage ended in 2011. Their divorce showed how hard it can be to keep a long-term relationship strong under public pressure, busy careers, and personal growth. In 2013, Melissa found love again when she married Timothy Busfield, a respected actor and director known for shows like The West Wing and 30 Some. This marriage marked a calmer and more stable chapter in her life. By then, Melissa had gained a lot of life experience and understood herself and her needs better than before. Timothy's calm nature and creative background balanced Melissa's energy and artistic spirit, forming a relationship based on respect, friendship, and shared values. Their marriage has been defined by strong emotional support, teamwork, and partnership, shaped by lessons Melissa learned from her earlier relationships. At 61, Melissa Gilbert finally spoke openly in an honest and personal way about her relationship with her longtime Little House on the Prairie co-star, Melissa Sue Anderson, sharing details fans had wondered about for years but never fully understood. In interviews, Gilbert explained that her bond with Anderson was deep, complex, and sometimes difficult. "We had a connection from the very beginning," Gilbert said. "Being on Little House on the Prairie so young, we were pushed into fame and attention, and that creates a special kind of friendship, but it wasn't always easy." Her words point to the pressure of growing up on camera and the stress that comes with child fame. Gilbert explained that while their characters showed a perfect family life on screen, real life behind the scenes was much more complicated. People saw us as perfect little girls with perfect lives. But the truth is we were just kids trying to survive in a very unusual world, she admitted. Melissa Gilbert also talked about how time naturally changes relationships. She shared how their friendship evolved as both she and Anderson faced personal struggles, career ups and downs, and moments of finding themselves. "We each had our own paths," Gilbert said. "Sometimes those paths went in different directions, and that's normal. You can care about someone deeply and still need space to grow on your own." Her honesty shows a mature understanding of how relationships change, especially those formed under rare situations. Made it clear there was never anger or bad feelings between them, only an understanding that growing up together in the spotlight creates a special bond that doesn't always fit normal ideas of friendship. Throughout her reflection, Gilbert showed great respect and admiration for Anderson's talent and character. "Melissa Sue is one of the most genuine and talented people I've ever known," she said. "Working with her taught me so much about professionalism, patience, and quiet strength." Gilbert remembered moments on set when Anderson's focus and dedication pushed her to work harder as both an actress and a person. She also talked about the family feeling shared among the cast, crew, and producers. At the same time, she admitted that long hours, tight schedules, and public attention could make small problems feel bigger. "Being watched all the time as a child changes you," Gilbert said. "There were moments of jealousy, confusion, and insecurity, but that's part of growing up when you're never allowed to just be a kid." Gilbert explained why she chose to speak so openly now at 61. "I think getting older gives you perspective," she shared. "When you're young, you hold on to feelings in ways that twist reality. Now I can look back and see everything clearly. I can value our shared history, both the good and the hard moments, without feeling the need to defend myself." Her words connect with many fans, showing a vulnerable and thoughtful side that feels very human. It's clear her choice to speak now isn't about reopening old issues, but about honoring a lifelong connection that shaped both women. Finally, Gilbert reminded fans that childhood relationships formed under fame are often misunderstood. People think if you work together on a show, you're best friends forever, she said. But friendship isn't just about being in the same place. It's about timing, connection, and shared life experiences. Melissa, Sue, and I shared some of the most important years of our lives together. That bond will always be there, even if it looks different now than it did back then. Gilbert's words remind us how early experiences stay with us, how strong you must be to live in the public eye, and how real life is often more complicated than it appears. Her honesty honors not only Anderson, but also the many friendships that grow, change, and last in ways people don't always see.